What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Light back here with another YouTube video, and in today's video we're going to be talking a bit about a comparison that I've been seeing. This is not a versus battle, I just want to say that right away. This is not a versus battle, because I know two pictures beside each other means versus battle, but in this case I'm talking about a comparison here, and it's going to be the comparison of Moon Knight to Batman. So yeah, pretty much I've seen a lot of times, a lot of people say this, uh, and they say, "Oh, Moon Knight's a Marvel Batman. He's a straight up copy of Batman, and he's for Marvel," which I think is very stupid. I can't even lie. It's kind of stupid. I don't really like that comparison. It makes no sense to me personally. If I were comparing any Marvel character to Batman, I would say Daredevil. Or I don't think it'd be Moon Knight. They're kind of opposites on certain things, especially with a lot of stuff. Uh, and I thought let's dive into this and just talk about it and talk about the differences and some similarities if they have any. But anyways, yeah. I don't know if I should do this for more characters, debunk more stuff if you guys want to see that. So yeah. Anyways, comment down below or I'll judge by the basis of likes and views and stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, it's the comparison of Moon Knight and Batman. So originally, Moon Knight came out later than Batman, so I guess that's kind of where a lot of this comes from. But let's just talk about similarities and knock it out of the park. So if you notice, Batman is more of a detective that's very uses a lot of methods using like severe pain and stuff like that. He's a very dark and noir character in terms of being a detective and all that. Uh, Working in the dark, pretty much, beating up thugs senseless, all that kind of stuff, and dealing with more dark stuff in terms of his character and all that. And then over here you got in Marvel, you got Moon Knight, who's pretty much like an avatar for the moon. He practically, in terms of similarity, I'm pretty sure he's a very good detective. He Yeah, he's a good detective. He works in more of a dark kind of setting. He's a noir character similar to Batman, and and actually his name is Mark Spector in real life. And then of course you got Bruce Wayne, who's Batman, and they're both very rich. That's pretty much kind of like and they also beat their thugs senseless, pretty much. So that's kind of where you're getting a bit of the similarities drawn from. Now let's talk about some of the differences here. Now, Batman has a strict no killing rule. He doesn't want to kill. He wears these dark colors so they don't see them, so they practically don't see him coming, because you can blend in easier with the black in the night and stuff like that. So yeah, there's that of course. And then you got Moon Knight over here, and he's practically he wants people to see him coming, so they get scared and run, or either they stop what they're doing and just think twice about what they're doing because he's wearing white in the night, which pretty much you could see very practically well. So then there's that case as well, and then Moon Knight, of course, doesn't have the strict no killing rule. He'll straight up murder them if he needs to. I mean, most of the time he'll murder them. Uh, he practically has no care for that kind of stuff. I mean, he'll just murder them. There's no point. I mean, he does beat people senseless, but at the same time, he will murder them, as I just said. So yeah, there's that, of course. Then here comes another thing: powers. Now, there's times where Batman has no powers. Batman has no powers at all, and then there's times where Moon Knight has powers, uh, and I mean, Moon Knight. It practically, it depends on exactly what you're talking about, and per se, because Moon Knight sometimes has powers, and then sometimes he doesn't really have powers and he's just powerless, but he utilizes gadgets and stuff like that. And he can lose consciousness. That's something else, especially with Moon Knight's character. That's very different from Batman. Is the fact that again, Moon Knight is an avatar for the moon, so he's not going to per se be like thinking straight as Mark Spector, whereas Batman's always conscious of what he's doing, and that's another play in with, especially with Moon Knight killing people as well. He doesn't really care at all, so there's that as well. And another similarity I forgot to mention before is that they both utilize high gadget equipment, as they're both rich and stuff like that, and they utilize equipment. But I mean, again, Moon Knight is a little bit different than Batman in that sense. Uh, but yeah, uh, another kind of similarity is the fact Moon Knight deals with a lot of magic. I must say, like he deals with a lot more magic stuff, and whereas Batman doesn't really deal with that too much. I mean, he does his fair share, but most of his, like for example, his villains and stuff, they're not very magic. They're just regular guys in clown costumes or a strong man using venom, for example. Whereas Moon Knight's villains are more so mystical and just mystical and very magic-y kind of, where he is the moon god. Yeah, so there's that as well, and that's where you have to lead into a comparison as well. But anyways, so yeah, as you can see from my different points that I just spoke of, Moon Knight is not extremely different from Batman, but I mean they have their similarities. But you could say similarities for everything, honestly. Like you could probably make similar cases for other characters, but at the same time, it's kind of you kind of see the comparison of the two. But personally, per se, I think Moon Knight's like a lot different than say Batman is. But anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.